Imagine holding something small, maybe fitting right in your hand, but inside it. Well, inside it holds the secrets of the entire universe.
It sounds like pure myth, doesn't it?
Exactly. A tablet, they say, carved in, like, green fire. Etched with wisdom so powerful, so dangerous maybe, it had to be hidden.
And that's what we're diving into tonight, right? The Emerald Tablet.
That's it. We're going deep into the shadows, history, myth, conspiracy. We're going to try and untangle the story of the Emerald Tablet.
And you've gathered a really fascinating collection of sources for us.
I have. And our mission tonight, for you listening, is to cut through all the noise. We want to find those aha moments.
Those connections that maybe aren't so obvious.
Right. From alchemy, secret societies, even NASA experiments and alien theories, we want to connect the dots.
So if you know the basics, hopefully we'll uncover some surprising links. Stuff that makes you rethink things a bit.
Definitely. Okay, let's unpack this incredible story. Where do we even begin?
Well, the legend really starts with this figure, Hermes Trismegistus, kind of shrouded in mystery.
Hermes Trismegistus. Is he a person? A god? What's the story there?
That's part of the puzzle. Some sources connect him to the Egyptian god Thoth, the scribe god, master of wisdom.
Okay, Thoth. I know him.
And others link him to the Greek god Hermes, the messenger, god of souls.
So it's like a fusion.
Exactly. He becomes Hermes the thrice great, a master of, well, everything. Physical world, spiritual world, all knowledge.
And he's the one credited with creating this tablet.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
The stories describe it as this single piece of emerald, glowing maybe, with this strange green light, and inscribed with this mysterious script.
And the most famous bit, the line everyone quotes.
As above, so below, as within, so without.
Right, but what does that actually mean? Is it just like a nice spiritual thought, a poem?
Or is it code? That's the big question. Is it philosophy? Or is it instructions?
Instructions for what, though?
Well, for centuries, alchemists were convinced it was the formula, the key to the Philosopher's Stone.
Ah, turning lead into gold, eternal life, the usual alchemist stuff.
The usual stuff, yeah. But here's where it gets interesting, connecting back to those sources. What if the Philosopher's Stone wasn't just about gold?
What else could it be?
Maybe it was a metaphor, or maybe even a literal reference to understanding matter and energy on a really fundamental level, something way beyond just making gold.
So like a blueprint for, I don't know, creation technology.
Something like that. It's this fascinating line the sources keep drawing between what sounds like ancient magic or philosophy and what sounds suspiciously like, well, advanced science or technology.
It definitely makes you look at those old alchemical texts a bit differently.
It really does. It challenges that whole idea of what people might have known or been capable of way back then.
Okay, but if this tablet is so powerful, it contains all these secrets, where is it? Has anyone actually seen it?
And that's the kicker. No,
Yeah.
not the original. Anyway, everything we have, all the references, they're secondhand.
So, copies, translations.
Exactly, passed down through centuries. Arabic scholars preserved Hermetic texts during the Islamic Golden Age. Then European alchemists picked them up in the Renaissance.
So it's like whispers, echoes of the real thing, but never the source itself.
Precisely, which leads to the obvious question.
If it's real and so powerful, why has no one found the original? Or have they?
Now you're getting into the conspiracy theories. Some say it was never lost at all.
Hidden where?
Well, take your pick. Deep in secret vaults beneath the Vatican. That's a popular one.
Okay.
Or maybe hidden away in the archives of the Freemasons.
Another classic secret society hideout.
Or, get this, some theories point to a super secret underground facility beneath the Smithsonian Institution.
The Smithsonian, really? Why there?
The rumor is that's where they hide all the anomalous artifacts, things that don't fit the official history, stuff that just vanishes.
Wow, okay. And historically, people have definitely searched for it, right? Powerful people.
Oh, absolutely. There are stories, maybe just rumors, that fragments were found in Egypt when Napoleon invaded.
Alongside the Rosetta Stone.
That's the story. And then, much darker, you have Hitler's honor bee.
The Nazi occult division.
Yeah. They were apparently obsessed with finding it. Believed it held the key to, well, ultimate power. Control over life, death, victory. The whole package.
Chilling. It always seems to come back to control, doesn't it?
That's the recurring theme. If the tablet is real and holds that kind of power, then whoever has it.
Yeah.
Well, they could potentially control everything. Destiny itself.
So this intense search, spanning centuries involving Napoleon, Nazis, It really highlights how important people thought it was, whether it's a real object or just an idea.
Absolutely. The quest itself tells a story.
Okay, so maybe the physical tablet isn't the point. Maybe the real power is in understanding those words. Let's go back to that core phrase again.
That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to accomplish the miracles of one thing.
Right, so the modern theories, they're saying this isn't poetry.
Some researchers argue it's not metaphor at all. They think it's literal scientific code.
Code for what?
Something like quantum entanglement. The idea that what happens on one scale, the micro, the quantum, mirrors or influences what happens on another scale, the macro, the cosmic.
As above, so below. Linking the tiny and the huge.
Exactly. They argue it's a description of a fundamental principle of the universe, a resonance. If you understand the above universal laws, you can manipulate the below physical reality.
So like ancient quantum physics.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the interpretation. It suggests the tablet isn't just philosophy, it's a technology of transformation.
Which, if true, means the ancients might have had keys to
What?
manipulating matter, bending energy, maybe even like crossing dimensions.
That's the implication.
Yeah.
It totally flips our view of their capabilities.
Yeah.
Suggests maybe what we think of as cutting-edge physics had roots thousands of years ago.
Which brings us back to alchemy. We usually dismiss it, right? Old guys trying to make gold.
Superstition, yeah.
Yeah.
But what if it wasn't? What if it was a misunderstood science? Maybe something handed down from, I don't know, a lost civilization.
Yeah.
Or somewhere else entirely.
Okay, somewhere else is intriguing, but sticking with the science angle. There's a really weird connection in some of these sources, isn't there? With NASA.
Yes. This is one of the most surprising twists. Apparently some NASA scientists, especially back during the Apollo era, were referencing Hermetic texts.
Wait, rocket scientists reading alchemy texts? Why?
Well, the conspiracy theories point to figures like Wernher von Braun, the famous rocket pioneer,
Okay.
and especially Jack Parsons, brilliant engineer, co-founded JPL, NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab, but also, famously, an occultist.
Jack Parsons, right. He was into Aleister Crowley and all that.
Deep into it. And the theory is that these pioneers weren't just getting philosophical inspiration, they were secretly influenced by Hermetic ideas, maybe looking for practical applications.
Practical applications, like what? Better rockets?
Maybe. Or maybe something more fundamental. Some argue the Emerald Tablet wasn't really about metals like lead and gold. It was about energy.
Energy? How so?
How to harness cosmic forces. How to maybe collapse matter and reassemble it. Think about nuclear reactions. That's essentially what they do. So maybe alchemy was closer to quantum physics than medieval chemistry.
And Parsons, with his rocketry experiments and his occult rituals, he was literally trying to blend science and sorcery.
It seems like it. The sources suggest he was actively trying to tap into the kinds of powers described in Hermetic texts, powers that some believe could open gateways, to other dimensions or realities. It's a really strange mix.
Definitely unsettling. Okay, so we have alchemists, NASA scientists. What about secret societies? They always seem to pop up around these ancient mysteries.
Oh, they're central to the Emerald Tablet legend. From the Rosicrucians, that mystical group,
Right.
to the Freemasons, the Illuminati, even modern esoteric orders. The tablet, or at least its ideas, are said to be right at the heart of their initiations. A core secret.
How so? Like, do they actually use the text?
Well, Freemasonic rituals, for example, are full of symbolism that hints at that core maxim, the unity of above and below, the search for hidden light, that kind of thing. And some sources claim that certain lodges actually display copies or reproductions of the tablet's text. The implication being that its teachings are still known, still guarded by, well, the elite.
And when you mention the Illuminati, that usually brings a darker interpretation, right? Not just wisdom, but control.
Exactly. The theory there is that these groups aren't seeking enlightenment for everyone. They're seeking power, absolute control.
And if the tablet does hold secrets to manipulating matter, energy, maybe even consciousness,
then whoever possesses that knowledge could, theoretically, dominate reality itself.
wow. And that phrase, as above, so below, how does that fit into the control narrative?
It gets a pretty chilling interpretation. It could mean control the above space, satellites, orbital weapons platforms, and you control the below the Earth.
So the whole New World Order idea, it's not just political, it's hermetic, based on these ancient principles.
Right. That's the theory. It reframes the whole quest for secrecy and power, makes it about something much older, much more fundamental.
Okay, this is getting wilder. Let's push it even further. What about aliens?
Ah, yes. The extraterrestrial angle. This is probably the most radical theory out there,
Which is?
that Hermes Trismegistus wasn't a man. wasn't a god. He was an alien. An extraterrestrial visitor.
Okay. And the tablet.
A piece of alien technology. Maybe a gift. Or perhaps a warning. Left behind by beings far more advanced than us.
What would it even be made of in that theory? Not just emerald.
Some speculate it could be, like meteoric crystal, but infused with alien nanotechnology or something equally exotic.
Nanotechnology.
Wow.
And this connects to other ancient astronaut theories.
Definitely. People link it to the Sumerian Anunnaki, the supposed gods from the heavens who came down and engineered humanity.
So the tablet could be instructions.
Yeah.
Left by the Anunnaki.
Instructions, maybe even a map.
Huh?
Perhaps the stargates hidden around the planet.
Stargates. Okay, we've really gone deep now. How do theorists even connect these dots? Is it just speculation?
A lot of it is highly speculative, yeah. It involves interpreting ancient myths about sky gods and flying machines through a modern sci-fi lens, and then fitting the tablet's cryptic verses into that story.
Is there any textual basis they point to?
They might point to vague descriptions, but it's mostly interpretation. Some theories go even further, suggesting the tablet actually encodes human DNA.
Our DNA. How?
Like it's a guide to our origins and maybe even our future evolution. The forbidden knowledge isn't about gold, it's about upgrading us, becoming something more.
Upgrading humanity. That's a profound thought. Kind of terrifying, too.
It certainly puts a different spin on why such knowledge might be kept secret.
Right. Which brings us back to the cover-up idea. If this thing was alien tech, that would explain why institutions like the church or governments might want to suppress it, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Think about the implications. It would completely overturn human history, religion, our whole understanding of our place in the universe. A massive motive for a cover-up.
And those rumors about the Vatican's secret archives, they fit right in here.
Perfectly. The idea that the tablet or copies or related artifacts are locked away down there, studied by only a very select few.
And it's not just the Vatican. What about governments? You mentioned Napoleon, Hitler. What about modern powers?
Theories abound that governments, maybe the US, maybe Russia, found fragments during excavations perhaps in the Middle East over the last century.
And the claim is they
What?
reverse engineered it.
That's the really provocative idea. That breakthroughs we take for granted, microchips, lasers, maybe even quantum computing, weren't solely human invention, but came from studying or decoding fragments of this ancient, possibly alien knowledge.
That sounds like science fiction. How plausible do people pushing this theory think it is?
Well, within those circles, they argue the Hermetic texts weren't just philosophy. They were veiled schematics, principles hidden in symbols. Decode them, and you unlock the tech.
But there's also a darker side to that knowledge, right? A warning.
Yes. Another layer to the theory is that the tablet didn't just offer power, it warned of destruction. Maybe that's why Atlantis felt they misused the knowledge. Maybe any empire that gets too close is doomed.
So it's not just power, but catastrophic potential, responsibility, control again.
Exactly. It raises huge questions about who should wield such knowledge, if it even exists.
Okay, let's look at the text again. There's another really cryptic passage people focus on.
Which one?
It rises from earth to heaven and again descends to earth and receives the power of the above and the below. What could that mean?
So many interpretations. Some see it as describing a cycle of energy like a perpetual motion machine, the secret to infinite power.
An energy generator?
Could be. Others read it much more literally, rising from earth to heaven, descending again. Sounds a bit like a rocket, doesn't it?
Or a spacecraft. Instructions for building one.
That's one theory. Ancient instructions for interplanetary travel hidden in plain sight.
But then there's the spiritual side, too.
Always. It could be about the soul's journey, ascent after death, reincarnation, the cycle of spirit and body.
It can be all these things at once. That's what makes it so powerful and maybe so confusing.
And that ambiguity continues today. You have fringe scientists, even now, claiming they're rediscovering the emerald formula.
How? What are they doing?
They talk about geometric patterns, resonant frequencies, experiments with plasma. They often link it to something called vortex mathematics.
Vortex mathematics.
Yeah, it's a theoretical idea, suggesting certain energy patterns based on specific geometries could unlock limitless energy.
And are people actually testing this?
Well, the rumors claim classified labs are experimenting with these concepts, looking for new weapons, propulsion systems, maybe even dimensional travel.
Dimensional travel. And the biggest and most controversial claim connects to
CERN, the Large Hadron Collider.
Right, the giant particle accelerator under Switzerland and France. What's the theory there?
The really out there theory is that CERN isn't just smashing particles. It's a modern attempt to actually enact the Emerald Tablet's principles,
Oh.
to merge the above and the below, to literally try and bridge dimensions, open gateways, using high technology to achieve what the ancients supposedly described.
So the world's biggest science experiment as modern alchemy, trying to recreate the tablet's power.
That's the provocative claim. It suggests this ancient quest is still alive, just wearing the mask of modern physics, still chasing that fundamental secret of reality.
Wow. Okay, so after going through all this, alchemy, NASA, aliens, secret societies, CERN, what is the Emerald Tablet? What's the final takeaway?
That's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? Was it just a beautiful mystical poem?
Yeah.
An invention of philosophers grappling with life and death?
Or was it real? An actual artifact? Maybe alien tech? A blueprint for godlike power?
Was it lost somewhere? Or is it hidden, deliberately kept from us?
We just don't know. But the legend, it clearly hits something deep in us, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It taps into that primal human hunger, the desire for forbidden knowledge, for transcendence, for understanding the ultimate secrets.
Maybe the tablet isn't even a physical thing. Maybe it never was.
What do you mean?
Perhaps it's a symbol, etched not on emerald, but somewhere deeper. Like in the human mind itself. A potential waiting to be unlocked within us.
That's a beautiful thought, a potential within consciousness.
But there's the flip side. If any of these conspiracies are even partly true, if some elite group does possess it or its secrets,
Then the secrets aren't lost at all. They're being used right now, shaping our world from behind the curtain.
it forces you to think about knowledge, power, control. Not just in the past, but right now.
Exactly. The mystery endures, and it makes us question everything.
The Emerald Tablet, Stone of Wisdom, Scripture of Power, Secret of the Ages. Where is it? Buried in sand. Locked under a cathedral. Maybe hidden in the sky? We don't know.
But the words, they still echo, don't they?
Yeah.
Whispering.
Whispering to anyone who dares to listen. As above, so below. Think about that. How does that ancient phrase resonate with you, with your understanding of the universe, or even just the power structures you see around you? What hidden knowledge might still be shaping our reality right now? Something to ponder.